Hi, everyone. This is Bud Rebel for another Bud Rebel podcast. And this one is definitely very unique. We are going to have a very special guest. We're going to also have some awesome business ideas, some ways you can invest in things, leadership skills. We're going to have policy issues, weird facts, and there's going to be a lot of weird facts today. Hate, current events. I'm actually adding a new feature today, by the way.
Ooh.
Movies and shows, and a great conclusion. And I have a very unique guest. She comes from a bit further distance than we normally have people. I believe she's officially an elf from New York City.
Elf of NYC.
Now, I'm confused right there. Are there elves from other states?
The elf is in yourself.
The elf, everybody's an elf.
The elf is in yourself. It's in every city, every person. It is to be awakened.
Oh, I can become an elf too.
Absolutely.
So what color would I be as an elf?
You know, you have to match what elf exactly represents you. So there's elves for each planet. There's Neptune elves, Venus elves, Mercury elves, Mars elves. I was originally from Neptune.
Do you change your color?
No, Neptune is blue.
Neptune is blue.
This is who I am.
You're always
even
blue.
there. Yes, all Neptune elves come in ranging shades of blue, and I was actually born in New York City in Times Square.
You were born in New York City in Times Square, but you are an elf.
I am an elf, yes.
So
from Neptune originally.
So you were born blue.
Yes, I came out of a portal in the sky in the shape of the flower of life. Are you familiar?
I am actually not that familiar with the flower of life. And I watch Alien Residence, so I should know something about that. I don't know if that's similar to that.
So the flower of life is a very ancient symbol. It's found in cultures throughout history, throughout time, and all over the world as well. So it's essentially the basis for sacred geometry. There's circles that overlap. I don't know if we'll eventually do an overlay or something like that, but it is a basis of all geometry on Earth.
I don't really like geometry, and I don't know if my people out there like geometry either.
But it is the fabric of existence.
Oh, an elf.
This is sacred geometry.
So let me ask you a question. So
it's the basis of creation.
You were born. How old? You were born as baby, like a baby.
I came out of the portal in Times Square like this.
Oh, you've been like this.
Since I was born.
You don't change in age.
We age very slowly because Neptune circles the Earth, I believe 186 human years. So it takes me a long time to age.
You stay this way for like 186 years?
Especially elves, we age differently as well.
So if I became an elf, you said there's an elf in me, I wouldn't get old. I would look the same way. This is actually a very good thing.
You have to awaken the elf in yourself.
So what do I do, like some dance or something? What do I do? Because
First, you have to figure out what elf aligns with you.
I don't care if I can look like this.
See, that is not the approach.
I have a choice?
It's all about the process, not the product.
Oh, so I have to decide what elf I am. How do you find out what elf you are?
You have to look inside yourself. What do you tune more to? Or do you feel more like an artist? Do you feel more like an inventor? More like an athlete? Or
no, definitely not an athlete.
What about logic, communication?
Can you be like a combination elf? You can be like a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Well, let's hear. What
almost like an everything bagel. Like you have your little salt, your little poppy. Can you be like a little combination? Because I am creative. I'm not really an athlete, but I got a little bit more athletic. I think I'm logical. So I'm really confused.
It's not really set in stone. Just how, like astrology, for example, it's very tied into astrology. Someone can be a Taurus, but not all Tauruses are the same, right? We have all different
can I go like to like
parts of the spectrum of it. But you get sorted into a planet.
Maybe there should be like an elf therapist that can decide what kind of elf I am.
We are going to have a personally quiz on the website, elfofnyc.com. Find out the elf in yourself.
Oh, and then I could see what kind of elf I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then what happens? Will I change to a different color if that happens?
Then you have an elf avatar, essentially.
Okay. And what is an elf avatar?
At that point, I would say it is a more virtual experience, but we do give out elf ears. So you don't have to change colors because Earth is also, there are elves on Earth.
I'd like to be a different color. I don't really, this is sort of boring.
Sure.
Can I be like different? Like
honestly, for you, I'm sensing a bit of a chatty energy from here.
Okay.
Very quick-witted. I'm getting a sense of Mercury. Mercury elf. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yes.
I'm up into it. And what do I have to do? Do I do anything different in life? from Mercury Elf?
Let's see. So to channel the elf in yourself, it's really to get in tune with certain concepts that exist, like about vibration, right? Vibration is the essence of all things.
Yes.
He wanted to vibrate.
Vibration,
That's the spirit.
That's it.
Yes.
We got to get to the vibration.
Even
right?
sound waves are vibration. You know, our energy. We are just a kernel of 4 feet of energy. We have etheric fields and things like this. So really getting tune with your connection in these ways that are in these unseen methods, if you will.
So, okay. So you were born an elf. Do you have to go to work or anything? Do you go what do you eat food?
I have to survive. When I first landed in New York, it was pretty rough, especially in Times Square was a bit of a traumatic birthplace.
People are very accepting to different people in Times Square, I would assume. Different elves still.
But I was just not ready for it. I could barely walk at the time. The first person I met was the naked cowboy.
Oh, yeah, naked cowboy. Yes,
that was a bit terrifying. I was like, who is this? And he was like glistening. Mm-hmm. And I rolled away. And I distinctly remember what it was like to take my first breath and just really inhale with my lungs in this way. Because I've been in the spirit realm for so long as a Neptunian elf. We never enter the physical realm. And the physical realm is bound by time. And elves run the machine of time. We're essentially the stage managers of the universe.
This is pretty deep.
Yes.
You guys are very, very deep.
Yes, we really manage karma, things like this.
Your first day, you don't know what the heck's going on. You're here on this earth.
No, now I'm on Earth inside the machine of time.
And you're in this naked cowboy you meet, and then that was your first person.
Yeah.
And this is your clothes. This is elf clothes that you have, like.
This, yeah.
This is the same clothes. You changed different clothes.
When I was born, I had no clothes, if you will, but it was elves don't look the same as humans do.
Really.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So then you got your first day on Earth as an elf, let's say. And then I guess people accept you to what do you do? Like, do you get a job? Do you like get a place to live? Like, how do you get, do you have to get in front of people, like they also ask you for a social security card. So you don't have any of that.
I definitely work under the table.
Oh, okay.
When I first got here, I actually had a couple run-ins with the FBI. I had to really kind of lay low.
Did you actually run away from them?
I channel my pi powers.
So what does that mean?
So I have the power of infinity here. All elves do. So
really? Oh, looks like pi. Looks like a Jewish symbol. It's very nice.
They're very similar to each other, but it's the math symbol of pi. It's a number that never repeats and never ends. It's the key to infinity, a key to a circle.
I remember that. Yeah, that one that was cool. I do remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
So wait. So the FBI is running against you, and you just like vanish on that?
Yeah, I've just been, I don't want to go too into it. We are
on TV. Air, that is true. Maybe
so
FBI
I will say everything is all good now.
So now you have a job. You can tell your job. You're not living in the streets. You have to have some money, right?
I made friends my first day. And they kind of took me in for a bit, and I've been making friends along the way. Actually, I was told by
elf friends or regular friends?
These were humans, and they are still humans. I was told by a magician that I had to unlock characters from the tarot cards. Are you familiar with the tarot cards? I do know the tarot cards. I do. The Fool, and then there was the magician, the High Priestess, and the magician told me I have to find the High Priestess, have to find the Empress of NYC, the Hierophant of NYC, the Emperor. And I said, how will I know? And
how will you know? That is the question.
It's really seeing into their eternity, if you will, where we are not just designated by this role that we play on Earth. For example, the High Priestess, I found her, she was selling mangoes on the side of the street. Oh. Everyone told me it was going to be someone in a spiritual shop. They said, go there, go to the person selling crystals. That was not it. The High Priestess was someone who I met in the middle of the night. I was very scared, and I saw all around her, her aura almost just had this perfect bubble around her that no danger could really enter. And even people about to run into her, she was able to just so navigate so easily. And I had a moment, I saw her in all of her lifetimes, the true essence underneath the personality, because the personality is not the soul.
Right.
The identity is not the soul. The soul is that eternal experience, right? That's behind. And I saw her. I saw that she holds the keys to these ancient scrolls that she didn't even realize. It took me a long time to convince her she was a high priestess. She did not believe me. She started to channel the elf in herself.
Did she change colors too?
She is a earth elf.
Oh, this Earth Elf is boring. I think you're much more exciting. No, let me ask you more questions. What kind of food do you like? Is it elf? Is it certain
I
food?
love food. That's my favorite thing about being alive.
Right. So does it like? Do you like the nice bagel with the schmear?
I like
Or are you more
bagel.
like
I
Italian
like
food?
pizza. I like pasta. I love
Are you allergic to any food?
cheese.
Elf's allergic to any food.
You know, vinegar does not do too well. I'm a bit too sweet for
Okay.
it.
Okay. And how about like? Do you watch all different movies and shows and all that stuff?
I love movies and TV, and that also taught me how to interact with humans
No, you
a
don't.
lot.
I mean, you were brought up somewhere else. Like, do you have parents that are like elf parents somewhere else, and you don't get to see them or go visit them or something?
I actually do. When I first landed here, I had no memory. It's actually something I had to unlock along the way,
Right.
and I was locked out of my powers as well.
Right.
But I did remember, and I have put together, and it's been a long time, but in Neptune, yes, I do have a family. I was actually the leader of Neptune, I found out, when I got my memory back.
So what? That's yeah. And you come here and they're living in the street.
So a villain took over my planet
Oh my gosh, it's
and
horrible.
banished me to a spiritual wasteland where I would never be found.
New York City. Of
And
course.
that is where the portal opened in the
Yes, I know.
sky of Times Square,
Yeah, of
and
course.
time squared.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
time
Square. Wow.
portal opens.
So you want to go
and I was
back? You want to
born.
go back to?
I did at first, but then I found out NYC is my true home.
But you were a leader of this whole thing. You got better food.
So I was
How's the food
not
up there in Mercury or whatever.
the food. We don't really have food because
Really?
we exist in the spiritual realm, so we don't have senses.
No sense at all. So you don't eat or drink or anything like that.
No.
There's no casinos or. Movie
No
theaters?
casinos. We do have a lot of activities. Again, we're very
What do you do about
busy because
activities?
we are like the stage managers of the universe. So we manage the machine of time.
Mm.
So we make sure essentially every moment is like a page in a book inside of a library. And we are just documenting all of that, keeping all the timelines in order, making sure they're not crossing, making sure karma is allocated as it's
They must
supposed
make
to
a
be.
mistake once in a while and put the wrong place in the wrong order. You know. You can't be
Elves,
perfect.
we are evolved to a certain point, especially we are raised from a very, from baby elves to be part of these destinies. And we all have certain roles and we all work together. And I was just an elf that didn't really fit in. I was actually the first elf to truly enter the machine of time.
Mm.
We didn't even know humans were elves
Wow.
until I got here.
Wow. That's
I didn't
interesting.
even know for the longest time I was here.
Yeah, and like, so what's the average day of an elf? Like, what do you do? Like, wake up do you have to wake up a certain time? What's
Yeah, so I wake up in my favorite tree.
the tree?
Yes.
Where's the tree in New York City? In Central Park?
I have a few different trees. I would not like to give out my address.
Yeah. So you live in a certain tree in the city. That's not the safest place in the world, especially it's high up in the tree.
I have really
Your alarm
gotten
system?
accustomed to surviving in NYC. Luckily, I've had some friends. I've had some very scary run-ins. I've experienced a lot
Sure.
of things, but I've also received a lot of kindness. And
in New York City.
absolutely, and when,
Sure.
I was banished to a spiritual wasteland, but I actually found out this is my true home. This is actually people who really accept me in a way I don't feel like I was ever accepted on Neptune.
Interesting. Okay, so you get up in the morning in your tree.
Mm-hmm.
You go down and you're gonna eat breakfast. But you say you don't wake you.
First, I communicate with
Do
the
you take a
tree
shower anywhere?
telepathically.
Do you take a shower in the morning? Yeah. The elves take showers.
I love water.
So you do what?
I originally was terrified of it, but like I said, I got all my memory back.
Right.
I actually.
So what do you have a
Mhm.
shower, right? You go to the pool, or
I prefer like a watering pool.
but you need shampoo and soap. You got nice hair and stuff, no?
Yes, well, I have special natural ingredients that I found on Earth.
Okay.
So I definitely don't use the drugstore shampoos. No,
You don't. Do you go to stylists for your hair because it's,
it just styles itself. That's
Really?
actually part of my pie powers. Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about it at all.
No.
Do you have different clothes you wear as elves? Or just the same
I
brown
like to
clothes?
sometimes dress up in human clothes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Mhm.
people still always know you're an elf. I mean, you must be like famous.
I stuck out a lot.
Yeah, I can
It was
imagine.
really hard to deal with at first.
I mean, people must like stop you, like, hey,
all the time.
photos
all
and stuff.
the time.
You make money on photos. Times Square, that's how you make some money.
Mhm. That's actually how I kind of started in the beginning.
okay, I see
yeah,
that,
some
yeah.
of my friends I met when
They
they,
probably
yeah,
don't think you were real. They think you're just putting on makeup. They didn't realize that you were a real elf.
exactly.
Do you like special powers, like you like fly in the sky or something?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's when I channel my pie powers.
Oh, really? Can you like
Yes.
make other people fly in the sky? Like, I can fly in the sky.
So that's again awakening the elf in yourself, but I can bring people along with me.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I would kind of have to be touching you in some way, holding your hand, or I could bring you up in the sky. Yes.
Wow. And what else can like bend metal or something?
Also, yes, telekinesis. Also, when I get very close with people, I can communicate telepathically with them, and I really try not to intrude and see into their thoughts. I try to respect, but I can visit dreams with people that I love. And when it first started happening, I got a little carried away because I was very excited to be so close to someone. Blue. What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite? I'm asking you since you can read my mind.
Oh. Was it blue?
I'm going to say blue because I don't want you to be wrong no matter what.
I thought he was asking my favorite color. I was like, my favorite color is obviously blue.
We're going to take a little break because we're going to go to the Bud Rebel stuff.
Okay,
so
yes.
We're going to do some great business ideas and what to invest in today's times with my friend the Elf.
Very fun.
And we're back. So here's some business ideas that I think would be great. Actually, good for an elf tip because one of my problems in life is memorizing names. I hate that so much. So I got these new glasses that are really cool. You can do video, you can do sound, but
wow.
But it would be like face recognition. Like I look at somebody,
and then it comes up with their name.
It comes with a name and a little background. How hard could that be? And like I would just say, "Hi, New York City Elf." Like I would have no problem. I know right away, and it'd be like the easiest thing. And I know your background. Is that a great idea?
It is a great idea. It is very hard with names. I do remember faces very easily, and I remember auras very easily. That's how I was first seeing when I first got here. I had to tune more into the lines.
What aura am I in? Am I in aura?
Like I said, yours is. I'm tuned into the lines right now, but I could tune out. Do you want me to see your aura?
I guess so.
You want me to tune out?
I tune out.
Okay. I'm getting a red aura. There is a lot of energy happening here.
Red.
It's ready to go.
I do like red. Got red underneath. Mm-hmm. Maybe in the red shirt. Wow, red aura. What does that mean? What does that mean?
So it's passionate. It's charged. It's quick. It's a bit impulsive.
Interesting.
But also a leader, a pioneer, pushing forward.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use that red aura to push ahead.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I also
to our business. I'm an elfpreneur, by the way.
Oh, you are? What did you create?
I'm a CLFO.
What did you create? What things?
I have created, I do astrology readings, so I service the people at House of Yes all over. I do private parties. I do tarot readings. I also sell elf ears to everyone to find the elf in themselves. I make clothing. I make music. We're making a TV show.
A TV show?
Yes.
Well, we're going to talk about that soon.
Yes. Let's talk about the business.
Let's go to the other business. Now, I'm going to talk about what you can invest in today's times.
Ooh, that's what I need to know. Mm-hmm.
So I went to today a street fair. Mm-hmm. And street fairs have a lot of interesting products that you can possibly invest in.
Right.
There's all these new people come out, ladies and men, with new type of. I saw a hot sauce and you could probably invest in making products with those people investing money.
Okay.
Instead of these big companies and like interesting products you invest in. So I would say invest. Maybe go to the street fair and find that local merchant and say you want to work with them.
It's like reverse Shark Tank.
Yeah, I would say so. Because the product's already out there. You like the products and you're just going to invest time in it. And it's fun. You watch them grow it, hopefully.
Right.
Okay, so I was also going to say, now we also do something called leadership. And it's elections coming up. I don't know, are there elections in Elf thing? Or how's it decided, by the way?
So how we decide the leader of Neptune, there's actually a portal. It's a pool of water that leads to the collective unconscious. And only the leader of Neptune can enter. Everyone else, it's like solid glass.
Wow.
So that's how we know.
You know who it is by going through that glass.
Mm-hmm. That's who else can go through.
Just
who
that.
Who can go through is the leader, yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Like Resident Alien a lot. They had those portals in Resident Alien. So is that?
I've not seen Resident Alien. I should.
Right?
I do like to meet more aliens.
It's a very good thing. Well, are you officially an alien? Are you like considered? You actually technically really an illegal alien because you're an alien and you haven't been invited to. Sorry, I say them wrong. I apologize.
That red aura is coming strong.
I apologize, but now maybe they can utilize you so you can become a legal alien.
Honestly, I just use my pi powers to kind of tune out their awareness.
And by the way, do elves speak all different languages automatically?
Yeah, so it actually all translates to English for me.
Oh,
That's
cool.
actually one thing I found out when I met the high priestess. She speaks fluent Spanish, but I thought we were speaking English.
Very interesting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now back to my leadership techniques. So
yes.
I think a good leader should have resilience to come back from difficulty.
Yes, of course.
You know, because
of course.
Now, as an elf, have you had any, other than first coming to this country, or this world, this city, whatever, universe? No, the universe, so you were there. Other than what is like a battle you had to overcome?
Oh, absolutely. When my villain took over my planet, I would say that's probably the biggest.
It's gotta be upsetting.
It was really huge. And again, I didn't know when I landed that was something I had to get my memory back. And I saw it all happen. I had to kind of relive these experiences.
You don't like that to fight the villain?
Yeah, I actually am currently working very hard to actually go back to Neptune and just check on everything.
Now, what is this villain doing to Neptune? What is he doing?
So he is taking over Neptune. It's a very dark energy. He actually came out of that portal of the collective unconscious, and that's a thing. Nothing ever comes out. This is the first time something came out, and he just started pouring out. It was almost like these bed bugs, if you will, but they're very just the way they spread, these villains and all of his minions. And
what do they do?
They have taken over. Well, they're trying to take over the universe. So the rest of the elves actually put Neptune under quarantine, and they actually sent Neptune off its orbit.
Oh, so
and all of the planets are on a very specific orbit, not just around the sun, but also around the Earth. If you track throughout all of the years of each planet's rhythm with the Earth, it draws out sacred geometry. It draws out all these different types of circle patterns.
Back to math.
It all comes back to math. Math is poetry.
This is terrible.
But that's how you tap into your pi powers.
Really? I have to learn math again. I like adding, subtracting, maybe a little multiplication, but geometry, just forget it. It's really hard. You're gonna have to train me in that one, Sarah. That's really
You will open your eye to see the geometry.
Okay,
it's not something you learn. It's something that is revealed to you.
I think this is when people that are running for office, one of the things that also bring up is the issues, and one of the issues I'd say is unity. We need a leader that somehow brings people together, or even elves and the world together.
All creatures on this earth.
Yeah, to come together. Somehow they could bring, even us being really diverse, somehow bring us in this world.
I know, and I think that's something I also had to really understand, where I have all of these superpowers and things like this, but then you can't change someone's mind, or there's just certain things that even if you have superpowers, the government, I can't totally change that, So there's ways that I've had to learn how to. No, it would also be. Because I can't make people fall in love. I can't make people do things that I want them to do. Because that's also free will.
Yeah, but can you go to the White House and touch Joe Biden, just fly him out of the White House? Can you do that? We really like that. And maybe you just... And Kamala, can you
where am I going to send Joe Biden? He's asleep. The man is sleeping. Disturb him out of his slumber with a fly across the country.
Yeah, but he just sleep somewhere else, not the White House. I mean, just stop sleeping like in the nice hotel.
He should retire.
Yeah, he should retire. Yes, I don't know why. Yes.
Take a break.
Okay, I got some weird facts for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
This is for the elf. This is to me weird. A man was convicted and hung for murder in 1673 on the testimony of ghosts that appeared in the witnesses. The witnesses said they saw ghosts that told them what happened, and they convicted this man of murder.
Wow.
What do you think about it? As an elf? Now, do those ghosts, they exist still?
There is sort of spirits that are trapped in the atmosphere, the atmosphere. So this is what you have to enter, even when you enter the machine of time. And some souls, depending on how you die or how heavy your soul is when you die, they cannot get out of the atmosphere. They kind of get trapped in there. So I would say there are many paranormal experiences that deserve to be heard. A lot of them are not negative or bad. They're also just trying to figure out their own karma. Now, do I believe a bunch of people who, a ghost testimony versus, especially because I know humans are not very tuned into
that might be cause trouble.
Their senses, their ears are kind of shriveled up, so, you have to take rationality into account.
Well, you're an elf, so
that's actually part of it. I think that the spiritual science, I call it.
So, all right. So let me, as an elf, you can tell me, UFOs, do they exist? Bigfoot, does it exist? which is when Loch Ness Monster. Tell us
So
what
the thing about aliens and UFOs, it's not about traveling. Even these Neptune elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could send a rocket to Neptune. You're not going to find them because time travel happens within. The universe is within you. And it's very difficult to wrap your mind around when you've only ever existed inside the machine of time. You've only ever experienced linear reality. But the present moment is eternal. Have you ever heard of this? Someone saying that?
I thought so, yeah. Somebody
that
does.
when you wake up or you go to sleep, it's always the same moment. There's never a tomorrow. There's always that same moment. So if you really truly fathom the present moment is eternal, the ancient Egyptians had the same present moment. The people throughout history have the same present moment. Even people in the future have the same present moment, and it's eternal. And again, very difficult concept to grasp. But so it's all about opening the seams of the present moment. We went back into the circles of the flower of life. These are essentially this grid that is all around us that we are all on, and even striking yoga poses taps into the grid in a certain way.
Yoga's good for that yoga stuff's good.
It absolutely taps into this grid.
Do elves
We're all on it all the time.
Elves do yoga?
Yoga came very easily to me because I could see this grid.
So, like, do elves play baseball and football and stuff?
I've tried.
Cricket. Cricket's very popular.
I'm
now.
a little more graceful in other situations, but sports, team sports,
not too much.
I love to
probably ballet.
play.
I don't know. I think you'd be a little good ballet.
I love to dance.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just basketball. It's a lot of like a
jumping. Yeah, but
the
vibration.
I'm a Neptune elf. I'm about my imagination. I'm an artist.
Same.
I'm not a Mars elf. I'm not.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like.
Do you have like fights with other elves? Like something else you don't like? There's like different color elves different elves that are a little more obnoxious that you don't hang out with.
No, we have best friends. We have friends, but all of us elves, we all play a very important role, and we all understand that we are made of the same light, though we are all different colors.
Yeah, don't people say like, hey, the red elf's better than the blue elf?
Because we understand the true concepts of existence, and
nice.
Just how I like to think of it as in a church when they have the stained glass and the light that goes through shines all these different colors, right?
So
but it's the same light coming through the glass.
So if a blue elf marries a red elf, do they get like a purple elf? Does it was the same color elf? So what happens? Are you allowed to marry other elves?
Typically stay on our planets only because we serve a very specific function. Again, we're not here relaxing. We are the managers of the universe.
I know, but you're here, okay, and you meet a beautiful elf from Mars that you really like, and you guys get married. What kind of elf do you have? Do you have a queen?
We don't really have conception in the same way. Again, it's the spirit realm.
Boring.
So spirit realm is it abides by different laws than the physical realm. So even things, again, sensations, that was all new to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So now you taste, you smell.
Yes.
You feel.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't had any boyfriends that are human boyfriends.
Oh, I have someone I'm interested in, and I have the attention of the world, but not this one person.
This one boy, this one man that you have. This is very sad. So, but if you and this man, who's not an elf, got together, what would you have?
It's very difficult to be an elf, the single elf on a world of humans.
I can imagine. It's very difficult. So he really does not.
Because I also need a soul bond.
No, that's tricky with the elf.
It's a bit intense for
he has to get to his elf stage, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a very lonely world out there.
It's a bit lonely, but I have amazing friends around me.
Yeah, it's fun. It's so sad. Sorry. I didn't mean to get upset. No. So, all right. Now that we're up that, I have my favorite topic. One of my topics. People about the love. I have the things we hate. And I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God and all that stuff. I never believed in elves till now. You started that. But I've never found a purpose, I hope I'm not repeating myself, for mosquitoes. So I hate mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes and I hate ticks. I don't understand why God put them on this earth. And as an elf, can you maybe give me something good about a mosquito? And by the way, do they have that in elf land? Do you get bit by a mosquito? Can you get bit by it?
I have been bit by a mosquito. Yes, and they are a test of your patience. Or discipline, yes. A test of, how quickly can we get frustrated by this most minute experience, right? Just something as simple. And, that is actually the number one enemy of humanity is just germs of just things that are so small, like the West Nile virus or things like this, even COVID, right? It's things that are unseen.
Can you get COVID?
I never got COVID.
Can you get it?
I'm not sure.
Can you have like cancer or any of that stuff? Or no, you like it.
I have not been exposed, but again, there's never been an elf in time before, so this is very new for everyone.
Oh, so you might age like us. You might get old. Like an old
I just
elf.
know that it's taken a long time.
If you get old as an old elf, do your hair turn a different color or stay blue?
This is something we will find out.
Wow. And how long have you been here for now?
I have been here, oh gosh, it's very hard for me to calculate into time. Times squares when I start to really think about it.
Sorry, everybody.
Yes. I have been here almost a year.
Oh, just a year. Oh,
Almost
yeah,
a year.
that's hard to tell, right? Oh, almost a year. Okay, all right. And you
I
have
think
good
a human year, an Earth
Oh,
year.
so yeah, we met. It's only a year. You can meet people. It's very
Because that
I'm
to
confident.
me, that is like one day
right.
on Neptune.
Yeah. So I mean, you got plenty of time to meet the boy of your dreams. So don't worry about it. He'll know.
Do you have any advice to get over heartbreak?
Heartbreak? Drink a lot. Just recommend drinking.
I can't drink alcohol.
Really?
One droplet of me, it just sends me flying into the air.
Oh.
It's actually very dangerous, and
dangerous.
it's very expensive
What else
if I'm
can you do?
inside, because I will break the roof.
I just go like on a roller coaster ride. Keep going on the ride all over and over again.
I've tried those, and I feel like I'm getting hit in a car crash.
It's not good either.
It's a bit rattling.
What else can you do? Can't drink.
So again, I'm used to time travel of going inside. It's almost a very smooth journey to kind of go into a portal.
Maybe watch.
Versus a rocket ship is.
Yeah, well, you know what you should do? You should watch this new movie called Hitman on Netflix. Maybe it'll help you take your mind off things. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, Netflix.
It's Hitman?
Hitman on Netflix. It might help you. Oh, talking about current trends. This is a current trend, is Hitman, by the way.
What is a Hitman? I've never heard that before.
It's a new show on Netflix. You have Netflix?
I don't even know what a hitman is.
Oh, a hitman is somebody that...
Does he hit people?
A little bit more than hitting people.
He
eliminates
punches
them. He eliminates them.
He eliminates them.
But
like
it's not
for
the
the
story.
day, like they go to sleep?
More than a day. It's a little bit longer, maybe eternity. But it isn't a comedy. It's not as drastic. It's not as bad, but
it's a comedy about death.
Sort of, in a sort of way. It's a comedy, romantic story.
He murders people? And it's funny?
It is sort of funny.
This is what I don't understand
about
humans.
it's very funny.
I will never understand.
Yeah, we like murdering people on Earth sometimes. If they're bad
this
people.
is all this red aura coming out again.
If they're bad people, we don't mind doing it. You know? So
okay, so they're bad. Every soul can be redeemed.
Well, it's not even that bad. He just gets paid money to kill people. So he's not actually...
He just does it to anyone just for money?
Well, usually he interviews the people beforehand, and they usually aren't such good people, I guess.
He gets to know them
first?
first?
It's really not a true story, so you don't have to worry about it. It's a movie. It's not real.
I'm getting stressed out just hearing about it. Recommend me something funny and nice. And you said that was a comedy.
Oh, it was a comedy.
I don't know what your taste is.
Maybe you can watch the...
Can you recommend me like a Smile Man? Instead of Hitman, I want a Smile Man.
I don't know if they have that in this country.
Flower Man. Happy Man.
How about watch the cricket between India and Pakistan? It's a very big sport right now.
Cricket. Like the bugs?
They play like a baseball game. I don't know much about it. It's very popular now. You might want to do that. Cricket.
Baseball.
Yes, that may be very good.
I've tried baseball.
And what kind of music do you like? What do you listen to?
I like all sorts of music.
Does it hit all your soul? Have you heard the new song? It's a very good song. Well, there's been a lot of combination of different artists recently. What I found, Morgan Wallace and Post Malone have a song together. I had some help. That's a very good song. Music can change your mind. And if you're not going to be able to drink and you're not going to know the roller coaster, listen to Post Malone's Morgan Wallace. I had some help.
And that's that vibration was talking about
that's
earlier.
and also another good song, which I think my associate over there would like, is called All My Life with Falling in Reverse and Jelly Roll. It's two really good songs, by the way. Yeah, and you can watch Alien Resident. It's a recommendation.
Alien Resident. Okay, yeah.
He does kill a lot. Yeah, but
I wrote it down.
But he's not really. I mean, if you're gonna get upset, he wants to like destroy the world initially. So maybe he's
just
not
like
a good
that villain.
Yeah, he does. But I'm not gonna ruin the story to you, but he gets to be a nicer alien over time.
Because everyone can be redeemed.
Everyone can be redeemed. Really? That's nice to know. All right. So let's say people want to know a bit more about this whole elf experience. They want to know how to get in contact with you. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so for now you can check out the website, elfofnyc.com. We are also releasing a TV show, like I said.
Where's the TV? What can we see the TV show?
So the TV show is in production right now. We are hoping to sell the pilot. We have our dreams set. We have an amazing crew. and we are putting it together right now.
Oh, it's a crew of elves.
They are elves, yes, absolutely.
The whole crew is elves.
Of course. They've all been initiated. They're very official.
And this is it. This is the thing. And so
they're real filmmaker elves.
You can't tell people what tree you're at, but you said Elf of New York City is the way they can see you on Instagram.
Elf of NYC on Instagram, Twitter. I highly recommend, my website. That's where you can really learn more about all of this information, about the elf backstory, and follow the Instagram.
Are you going to get together with the Elf of New Jersey, the Elf of Alabama? Are they going to have a convention? I'm
still on my way to awaken.
Oh, that's very good. But you're like
anyone wants to rise
to come to the elf world. All right. So you have a TV show coming up. And is it called Elf of New York City?
It's called Elf of NYC.
So you want to be famous? You want to be like Madonna of the Elves or something like that?
We want to tell a story that connects people to their present moment, that connects them to all of these experiences that we've been talking about. I want people by the end of watching this series that they look at their own lives in a deeper connection, that they are special. They are the main character. They don't have to be anyone else. They don't need to be rich or be famous or anything like this. It's all about the message, and I've really come together with these other elves, and we've tried to make it a really approachable and digestible experience where we're not losing people in all these concepts. So it's a spiritual science fiction sitcom. So it's a comedy.
Is there math in it?
There is not math for you to solve, but math is part of the superpowers and the special effects. So things like chakras, things like this auric field, instead of trying to explain it to someone, we can actually just show them visually with special effects.
I don't have to do any math homework.
You don't have to do any homework, but by the end of it, you're going to want to.
Really?
Because math is the key to the universe. Just like the key to infinity, it is everything.
So, have you got to get to see your parents recently? When was the last time you saw them?
I haven't been back to Neptune.
Phone or something?
No, not since I lost my memory. I'm still working to get back to Neptune.
Do they have like phone
services?
I
have not been in contact with them at all, especially because I'm inside time. It's very difficult to communicate that far. You can communicate to spirits that are in the atmosphere, like I was telling you, that get kind of caught in there. Right. But almost near impossible.
How about brothers and sister elves? Do you have any of those?
Actually, my younger sister was the original leader of Neptune.
Oh, what's she up to now? Is she still there?
Well, she one time went into that unconscious portal I told you about.
Yeah.
She never came back.
Wow, that's not good.
And then we were like, what the elf? We have to find a new Neptunian leader. And that's where I was initiated. I was actually the one who was able to get into the portal. However, I did not go fully under the surface. I only got about halfway through, and when I told the other elves, I told them I got through, but some were a little suspicious because you got through but not completely. So the elves never really accepted me as the leader of Neptune anyway. And then the villain, when he banished me to this spiritual wasteland, but now is the love of my life, he blamed it all on me. He told all my elves I was working with him, and it's absolutely impossible to overpower an elf. We are very, very powerful in the universe. Like I said, like the managers of this whole thing. He stole my pie powers originally.
What a jerk.
Total jerk. Stole my pie powers, blamed it all on me, and the fact that he had my pie powers, all the other elves, they believed him because there's no other way. And I actually found the witch on Earth who sold him the potion.
Wow.
And then she sold me a potion to get my memory back. She's kind of messing with me. I don't totally trust her.
She's playing games.
She's playing both games. She's working both sides.
Yeah, you see those people.
I think she's, sipping her tea, watching it all unfold. And so I try to keep my distance, but also that was,
you gotta play,
I had to track her down.
You gotta play poker. You gotta not let her know that you know. And this way you could get what you need, and then don't let it get too far.
She's the only being in the entire universe that can go into the spiritual realm and the physical realm.
Yeah,
I don't know how she does it, and I'm an elf.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't know how she does it.
It's crazy stuff.
She lives at the edge of the universe.
No. In your world, do you live? How long do the average elf live?
Well, we're essentially eternal.
You're
eternal.
In the
spirit realm.
So so why live on Earth then? Sort of stupid if you live eternal. Is it boring up there? Is it boring?
I told you the villain banished me.
Oh, you can go back to
a spiritual wasteland.
Oh, that's fine.
I have to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how to get back to Neptune.
Yeah, I thought you liked it here though.
I do love it, but I have a duty.
You have a
you
responsibility.
Know? Yeah, I have to figure all of that out.
I know, but you get to eat a lot of food.
And
here.
Neptune, like I said, Neptune went off track.
Right.
It is affecting people on Earth because
Yeah.
Neptune is all connected to the imagination, the subconscious. And I've been trying to track certain behaviors. You know, there was a schizophrenic breakout recently, and I'm wondering, is this all related to Neptune? I've started to put it together recently, and I'm like, I gotta go back.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have pastrami sandwiches on Neptune, right?
I will miss the food.
Yeah, so I mean, can you bring things back eventually?
I plan on coming back.
I mean,
just,
like,
I just want to help my family. They're under the villain's rule right now.
Listen, if you have to go back to Neptune, what 5 things do you bring back from this?
I would bring a bowl of mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Where would you get it?
I would have it cooked and then baked. No. Absolutely not. Never.
Never craft.
Okay. Never.
Okay. Not never? Really? Craft is that bad?
Never.
Wow.
Because I know what real mac and cheese tastes like.
Oh, okay, got that. Okay.
Especially when it's been cooked on the stove and then baked.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, so you got
that's what I'm bringing. I'm not bringing the.
You got the Kraft mac and cheese. What else?
So not Kraft mac and cheese. We have mac and cheese.
Kraft mac and cheese. Sponsoring this mac and cheese.
Homemade mac and cheese is our sponsor.
Go ahead.
I love music.
So
and we have music out there, but it's not the same as here. Yeah, like rock and roll or hip hop, things like this.
What artist would you bring? Because you can touch them and come with you. What would you bring?
There's so many. It's so hard to choose one. Come on. It's so hard. Honestly, someone who's been very in the culture recently that has so much elf potential is actually Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar?
Yes.
Bring him with you.
He is very elf channeled, you know, and he's really liberated spiritually, emotionally. You know, he is like 4 steps ahead of everyone.
Okay, so we got mac and cheese, and we got Kendrick, and who else we bringing?
I'll just bring him, and then let me figure out some other stuff. Honestly, the rest of it might be food.
Yeah, but give me some food things. That's fine. What are you gonna bring?
Because I definitely love desserts. I love ice cream.
What flavor ice cream?
I love all flavors.
Really?
I like when you put a lot of stuff in it.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
No, not hot sauce. I'm sorry. The hot fudge.
Hot fudge. Caramel.
Yeah.
Cherries.
All that.
Peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter's very bad. No one's allergic to peanut butter in your land?
I'm not allergic to anything, I don't think. Not that I've had. Like I said, vinegar does not mix too well.
Yeah. Okay. We know vinegar in the ice cream then. Okay.
No vinegar in my salad.
Okay, so we got food there. What else?
Okay. Let's maybe games. What is a game that I really enjoy? You know, something so simple. Monopoly's a bit long.
Checkers?
I do like, surprisingly, believe it or not to get so math, I love the game Sudoku.
Oh, another math game.
I love that game.
Let me ask you.
That's my unwinding elf moments
some clothes?
Game.
Would you bring some clothes back there?
Oh, sure. Maybe a suitcase of some clothes.
Designers that elves like that than others?
Recently, I've tried to get more into designers, but I really love the essence of a piece of clothing. I see clothing a bit differently than others, so things that are thrifted, when I touch it, I will experience all the history of it. I'm like, oh, I need to have that
one. Lord or Calvin
versus
Klein.
Things that are new, they're dead, or they don't have so much magic in them yet. But that's for us to awaken in it.
Okay, so which designers do you like as an elf?
Like I said, I like... Right now, it's very much thrift stores. It's about the type of people who've worn these clothing. I like things so far right now. I like them worn in. I like to experience all these other people and places and that they've been with the shirt.
So this guy out there just realized it's really easy to date her. She just wants Goodwill clothes and she doesn't want mac and cheese. It's very easy. That's it. It's just very easy. Okay, so we're going to conclude with our point. We always try to conclude with a happy or positive thought about things. But recently, as you know, the hostages came back, thank God, from Israel. And a lot of people gave up hope, including me. I didn't think it was going to happen. So I just want to tell you that when things seem the darkest, when things seem like you just don't know what's going to happen, God has a plan that sometimes can come back and life can change on a dime. So have faith, keep pursuing your dreams, and God willing, things will go better in your lives. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Ms. Elf.
Thank you. Elf, thanks.